Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I'm your yarn host Jennifer, and I hear little man. He is home from school today because it's voting day. I know, I'm recording this a week ago. This is Monday Makes. But I'm filming it during premiere week. It's all gonna be good. Because I have enough to show you what I have been working on for the past 7 to 10 days. And that's usually what we do on Mondays. So you see I finished something that I'm so proud of. It's the only crochet project I have worked on since I finished the work for premiere week, because I'm kind of like in, I don't want to say creator block because I'm not really in creator block. I just am creating other things other than crochet. And I'm having a really good time doing it. And so that's where we are today, okay? Now, let's talk about this, because this is a unique object. And if you have been around for any number of days at this point, like before premiere week, I talked about, first of all, let's talk about premiere week. How did that go? Hopefully it went really well for all of you. So far, like I said, I'm recording this last week because I'm bored. I'm bored today. I wanted to record a video because I'm bored. I was like, if I can get this out of the way, because I've been resting, because premiere week has been going on in my world for the past 6 weeks or so. I started it about 6 weeks ago, filming, designing, crocheting, all the things, filming, editing, uploading, taking the photographs for the thumbnails. Like, there's a lot of work that is involved with premiere week. A lot. Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours for 6 weeks. And I kid you not, the second I was done with the videos, I did a 10-hour day of editing and uploading the 5 videos for premiere week. Actually it was 6 because it was an intro video too. The next day I took the thumbnail pictures and I created the thumbnails, the picture that shows up on your screen. And the second all of those were uploaded, it's like I got hit by a car. I got incredibly sick. Like, my body was telling me it's time to rest. Every single inch of my body, all of my joints were just on fire, just hurting so bad. And I'm having really strange pain across this part of both of my arms, which might be from spinning, but I don't think it's from spinning because I'm having a lot of weakness. I can't grip. I can't hold anything. I can't lift anything. And I just feel like I'm in some sort of flare-up. And then it started with the physical pain, ailment, swelling of my joints, the pain in my joints. My back lit up, which I have arthritis in my back, so like that happens occasionally. And then something happened with my insides, like my stomach. I can't even describe to you without going into graphic detail how incredibly sick my stomach went to. Okay? I don't know what happened. Like, it's like premiere week knocked me on my ass, and it took me over a week to get up. So, even today, I'm really sore. My stomach hurts, not like I'm sick hurts, but the muscles all hurt from everything that has happened over the past couple of days. It's just... So, because of that, I've been working on this beautiful item. This is the only crochet thing I have done, but technically this is 2 pieces. And the reason I created this is there is a cute little band called Fallout Boy that me and Juju are kind of in love with. Juju is my 18-year-old daughter. We are going to back-to-back concerts this month. And I'm gonna show you some pictures on my phone that I screenshotted. This is the bassist and founder of the band. His name is Pete Wentz. This is a shirt that he wears during the end part of the concert. These are not my photographs. I swiped them so that I could mimic his shirt. Me and Juju had an idea, and these are the roses he wears, right? I can do that. So see the roses. So those are all from Pete Wentz's Instagram. I stole them from his Instagram, okay? Sorry, Pete. Not sorry. Because she wanted to wear a top like this because Pete Wentz is her favorite. He's the bassist, founder, co-founder. I like the lead singer, Patrick Stump. I think he's a little cutie. He wears a fedora, but like I can't wear a fedora because my head's too big. But this is a symbol for the Fall Out Boy band. I got my Fall Out Boy hoodie on the back of my thing. I am constantly wearing Fall Out Boy t-shirts, and I probably will have more in my wardrobe this month because I'm kind of obsessed. So I figured I would use the Fall Out Boy bag as my project bag, but I also use this inside the Fall Out Boy bag as kind of a skein keeper because I was using 2 yarns held together. And what yarn was I using? This was sent to me in Happy Mail well over a year ago. This is Stenley Yarns. It is the Souffle Luxe. It is 80% cotton, 10% polyester, 10% Lurex. Because it is so sparkly, which makes it just a tad better than Pete Wentz's shirt. It is really, really stinking thin yarn. This doesn't really say how thin it is. I'm going to guess it's lace weight. It is a lay flat to dry situation, which is cool because I already washed this because the yarn felt kind of gross. It's really stiff. Let me show you what I have left over because I had 2 of these. I had 2. I used about half. So I was holding them both together, so I just center pulled from these. Can we talk about how sparkly this yarn is? Oh my god. It's so pretty. But it's a little stiff to work with. It's a little dry feeling. And now we have 2 pancakes. We're going to probably reball these back up into 1 cake. Just because I do plan on making myself a shirt out of this because, right? Like back there it just looks black, but when you shine some light on it, that's rainbow. So I have 2 of these left over. Like I said, I'm going to recake them. Used about half. This is just a mesh shirt. It's really, really simple. And I wish I could get you closer to see just how sparkly and glittery it is. I mean, you can kind of see if I twist her. See the sparkles? But it's this yarn. And Juju did not like the way it felt. I didn't like the way it felt working with it either. It is a very dry cotton. And it bothered my skin a little bit, but not a whole lot. So I washed it immediately. And I gave it a little stretcheroo because I needed to block it, which I didn't really block it. What I did is I washed it. I hand washed it in the sink. And it bled a little bit because cotton will bleed. And I used warm water to try to soften the fabric up a little bit. And then I threw it in the washing machine for a rinse and spin cycle because I don't have an agitator in my washing machine. And so it spun it to damp. It was barely wet. It was not dripping at all. So I pulled it out and I put it on her and I gave it a little tug so that it's the proper length. Because I didn't want it to be too long after it got washed. So we stretched everything out. It fits her like a glove. It looks so good on her. And what's crazy is it fits me through the bottom part. Like I can put this on, but the neck crinkles on me because see how my shoulders are a little bit more out. Like they're more squared off. Her shoulders are very rounded. And so this it lays on her perfect. Let me see if I can find a picture. Because I know I have a picture of her on my phone because I showed the cinnamon buns. She's going to be so mad because she's in her pajamas, but like YOLO. See how sparkly it is in that picture? See how it fits her just perfectly? It's so cute. Alright, so then this is separate. This is not attached. She chose to not have it attached because I really do think she's probably going to wear this mesh shirt by itself outside of the concert, and I hope that she does because it took me a good long time to make this shirt. But I think it's so pretty, and it's softened up in the wash. I think I could probably do another wash on it and get it even softer because I didn't use fabric softener or anything like that. I just washed it with soap and water. So this is just roses attached to a chain, and every once in a while I put leaves, and there's leaves on the back of all the roses. And the way that Pete Wentz wears it is he kind of drapes it around his body, so I don't think it's attached to his shirt either. And so that's what she's going to do, is drape it. And he also has a tail, so he always has that going on in the back. So that's the way I put it on Winifred, is I gave her a little tail. So if Juju chooses to wear it as a tail, we'll pin it on her, or we'll give it a little tie so that it stays on her. But really super excited about this. Like, I really am proud of the way it turned out. So to refresh you of what I just showed you, pretty close, right? His sleeves look a little bit longer. Maybe not. His sleeves hit just above his elbow crease. Let's see where it hits on her. It hits about an inch above her elbow crease, so it's a little bit shorter sleeves than his, but I'm really proud of that. The roses, I used just yarn from the Dollar Tree because that's the only red I had, and then anti-pilling green. Super happy with that. So, aside from crocheting, I have been spinning yarn, and this is going to be a much more detailed video later in the week, but I'm still going to show you. We're going to talk more about the whole process, because when I showed you guys my spindle before premiere week, I was telling you about I wanted to learn to spin. I showed you my little suitcase with my little fiber in there. We're going to definitely go into more detail in my own separate video for that. I've been spinning. And I can't bring myself to crochet because all I want to do is spin. It is my current hyperfixation. I'm really enjoying it. I have been sitting on my back deck with the dogs and sometimes Juju, and the weather has been kind of mild. It's been in the 60s, and I've just been spinning, and I'm practicing different techniques. I'm practicing this is the first one I did. Do you see how thick? Parts of this is like a 5 or a 6 weight. Parts of it are really thin. I got some little curly cues happening. The idea when you spin is to make it on the thin side and even. So this was my first go at it. It's very thick thin, but I'm shocked at how well it looks. I think it's very pretty, and it's going to be a hat. And then the second one I did was this purple one, and it was slightly thinner, but there were still some really fat parts. I really struggled if the fiber broke, getting the pieces back together and it staying. I really struggled with that. I struggled with keeping it kind of even. I wasn't really going for thin, but I was isn't this such a beautiful color? Like, these are unique, 100% unique, one of a kind. These are not going to be anywhere. Even if I gave the same fiber to Joe, and Joe spun it in the same method I was using, it's not going to look exactly like mine, because it's all a matter of how you're pulling the colors together. And like, there's so much good details. It won't look exactly like mine, and I'm kind of impressed with myself, because I was terrified to do this. This is the third one I spun, and you see how it's a lot less thick thin, and it's a little, I mean, we still had fat parts, but the majority of the yarn is much more even, much more of like a 4 weight moving into a 3 weight, whereas this one is like a 6 to a lace weight sometimes. Like, it's very thick thin. This one is a lot more even. and thinner, which I'm working on. And then this is the batch I'm working on currently, and this is even better. And with this one, when I pull it off of the spinner, what you're gonna see is I've really been practicing with working color. So what I'm working with is this beautiful rainbow tail. And what I'm doing is I'm splitting it into color sections. So this will be more of a yellow with bits of orange because the pink will blend in. I have 2 of those. This I'm probably going to split again. I'm trying to get a little bit of purple by mixing the pink and the blue. And here, I know that if you look at it up close, it's very like all the colors, but from a distance, it looks kind of teal. And then beneath that, there's a section that's mostly pinks, and beneath that's a section that's mostly blues. And so I'm working with blending colors to create sections of color instead of, whereas I just spun this. So there's lots of there's pink, then there's yellow, then there's green, and there's like, it ended up where it ended up. This is beautiful, but I'm practicing so that I will have a couple of rows where it will look teal, a couple rows where it will look yellow, a couple rows, I'm trying to blend the colors that way. And these again were just, this is one little fluff ball, because this box came with a bunch of little fluff balls. So the darker is one fluff ball, and then I moved into the lighter fluff ball, and then I moved into one that was purple and yellow, and then I had 2 or 3 that were blues and purples, and I just do one ball at a time. And it was just a little fluff ball about this big. And I spun it, and then I added the next puff ball. So there's going to be the same kind of effect in these 2 particularly, because one was more purple and one was a baby purple. And so there will be a section that's darker than the second section will be lighter. And whereas this will have a section where it's darker brown, then a section that's lighter brown, and then a section that's the yellow and the purple. But I think it's really pretty. And then this one, I don't remember if I did one or just, I think this was just one puff ball. Just one little puff ball. So I will go into much more detail in the spinning video, but I had a lot of people get almost irritated with me, like, what do you mean spinning? I don't even know what that means. You need to explain better. Spinning is taking fluff, wool, this is wool, and you spin it into yarn. It's not that complicated. It is really complicated. There is so much technique that you have to learn doing this. But I am so sucked in. I'm so sucked in. I already ordered more yarn, or more fluff. It's not called fluff. It's called roving. It's called, there's a lot of different names for it. I ordered a braid from Koigu, and it should be here any day now. Maybe tomorrow. And it's funny because I ordered it from Koigu, and Koigu is a yarn company. I have a lot of Koigu. Koigu is my favorite wool. I just like the colors. I made this cardigan is made out of Koigu. It's made out of Koigu scraps in the beginning. This is scraps. And then the bottom is a cake, or a hank. This beautiful colored cardigan. Someone asked me, is there a tutorial for this? And the answer is no, because I didn't. I just made this for my own body because I wanted a Koigu cardigan. And it's beautiful, colorful. So it does not match my shirt at all. Ooh, that hurt. It's pain, just pain. But yeah, this is Koigu. So when I saw Koigu had roving, I snatched some up. And what's funny is I ordered the wrong color. And so I wanted the rainbow braid, and a braid is just this fluff that has been almost looped to look like a braid. I ordered the blue one thinking I was ordering the rainbow one because their website's a little confusing. And then I went back and looked at the order, and I was like, I didn't want the blue one, I wanted the rainbow one. And then I kid you not, the next day Koigu reached out to me and they're like, Jennifer, like, we have a problem. There was an issue with dyeing your braid. And I was like, oh God. And she showed a picture of it, and she's all, it came out more rainbow than blue, and we will totally refund you for it and send out the rest of your order. I was like, no, because I actually wanted the rainbow one. Please just send me the rainbow one. That's what I wanted. I ordered the wrong one. I don't know what is going on with my dang batteries. It was a fresh battery. It's already dead. And we've only been talking 20 minutes. That don't make sense. It don't make sense. So I'm going to have to change my battery in just a second. But that's what we've been doing for this Monday Mix video. We've been a lot of spinning. I'm so proud of this. So my next goal, and I think what I want to do for the spinning video, is I want to talk in detail, but I also want to maybe knit up some of this for the spinning video. I want to show you guys, I want to talk about the yarn, so I'm going to probably record it in different parts. We're going to talk about the fluff and what I'm doing, how the techniques that I'm using. I'm going to again link Chevy Rell, and because she's the inspiration. She actually commented on my video and I was like so happy. She gave me, she said, this is advice that you didn't really ask for, but, and then she's like, use the park and draft method if you can. Save the bamboo fibers that you bought because they're kind of slippery and they're harder to work with until you get the hang of it. And there was a couple other tips in there. I was like, okay, I didn't even think about the fact that that was probably more slippery. So we're saving that until we get a better handle on all of this. But I mean, I have plenty of fiber to work with right now, and I have the Koigu is coming. It's on the way too, so I have more than enough to keep my hands busy for a good long time. And I also wanted to tell you guys, because I'm super excited about this, I have never been on a yarn crawl, and I have never been to a sheep and wool festival, and I am planning to go to both in the next couple of months. So April, is it April? April is the James River Yarn Crawl, and they are, I think it's April 5th through the 13th. Let me see. James River Yarn Crawl. April 5th through the 13th. They're on Facebook. I'm going. Me and Mr. Cinnamon are going to spend the weekend together, and we are going to go, what is a yarn crawl? It's like a bar crawl. There's 5 stores that are participating. Let me grab the names for you real quick. And I'm going to go to all 5 shops. I am going to limit myself to buy 1 or 2 things at each event, at each store. They have prizes they're giving away. They have special colorways from local dyers that are gonna be participating in the yarn crawl. So the shops are Baba Sheep in Norfolk, Center of the Yarniverse, which is in Ashland, Virginia. I'm trying to, come on. Where is it? Where is it? Dances with Wool, which is just outside of Richmond. Hang on, battery. Alright, so Dances with Wool, which is just outside of Richmond. That's probably going to be the one we start at. I have to map these out. I've actually been to Dances with Wool, and I talked about it in the past because they had a yarn yard sale in the summertime, which I will definitely be keeping an eye out for that, because I'm going to go to that too. And then Yarn Club and Yarn Matters. So the yarn crawl is from, I think, Richmond to Virginia Beach. One of them is in Virginia Beach. Yarn Matters is in Williamsburg. Alright, where's the last one? I really wish that they would do a better job at tagging the actual yarn places. Okay, I don't know where Yarn Club is. I'm not seeing it. So we're going to be doing a map. We're going to be doing all the things. And I'm going to try to film some of it as much as I can. I mean, I'm also doing this to have fun for myself. I'm doing this to celebrate all the hard work I've put into my channel and premiere week and all that stuff. And then on top of that, so the yarn crawl, the James River yarn crawl is April. In May, and I think May 11th, I'm not positive about that, me and the family, I plan on bringing the kids, are going to go up to the Maryland Sheep and Wool Festival, which I've also never been to. And I was watching some videos from last year, and what I really would like to do is get a couple of rovings, like the hand-dyed rovings, like the fluff that we've been talking about. Get a couple of local hand-dyed yarns. And I really would like to show the kids, like, they're going to have sheep there, and they're going to have sheep events there. Like, I believe that they have dog herding, which I think Juju will enjoy. They're going to have spinning demonstrations, which I don't know if either of the kids will enjoy that, but I will definitely enjoy it. I think it'd be a fun family day to just drive up to Maryland and go to the Sheep and Wool Festival. So I'm definitely planning on going to that too. So if any of you are planning on going to either of those events, just keep an eye out, because I'll be hanging around. I'll be there. I'll be there with bells on. I'm not wearing bells. I'm not a cow. Now, I'm really, really excited though, but that means I really need to watch my budget. Because you guys know that we're getting ready to move. Like, we got a year and a half left before I want to get out of this house. I want little man to start middle school in a different school district. I would like to have a clean slate with him with school and hope that that helps his situation. I really want to get out of this neighborhood. I'm tired of my neighbors. I just want to be outside in land. I have big goals for myself. And that means that I need to start socking away money into my savings again, which I've been doing a really bad job of this year. I've been spending and spending and spending because this year has been really hard. And I don't talk about how hard it's been on this channel, but like this year, like January 1st on, has been hard. It has been hard, and I've been buying myself things and buying my kids things, buying Mr. Cinnamon things, because it makes me feel happy. Now I need to change that. And you're going to ignore that I made an ice yarn order this week, because I'm going to show you that. It was after I placed the ice order and after I placed the Koigu order that I was like, all right, now it's time to start buckling down, and I need to start putting away money for the move. There's things that I want when we move that I want an outbuilding. I want an outbuilding. I want a house with some acreage, and I want an outbuilding. And if it doesn't come with an outbuilding, I have to be prepared to build one, because I need an office outside of my home. If we had a house with a basement, I mean, I could move into the basement, but I don't really like the idea of putting yarn in the basement, because we have had a basement in the past and it flooded sewage, and it was horrible. And it was when Juju was a baby, and that house sunk us. It sunk us. So, I really would like an outbuilding. And even if I have to build it myself or have it built myself, that's one of my goals. So I really need to start putting money away for that. And I only have a year and a half, and that's not a whole lot of time, but so with that being said, what I'm purchasing is going to be a lot less in the coming year and a half because of that. But I'm still going to have a budget every month of, let's say, $100. And that $100, because what I'm doing is I'm taking my YouTube money. My YouTube money is basically my paycheck. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whatever I decide is my budget for the month. I'm going to pull that out, and then the rest is going to go into my savings account. And if it's $100 this month, it's $100. And obviously every 3 months I have to pay an exorbitant, I can't even say the word. I have to pay a huge amount of taxes every quarter. I hate taxes so much. So I also have to take into consideration that. So I have never not been able to pay my taxes, though. I mean, I'm really good with putting money away for my taxes. Even if I have to take my whole paycheck for that month, put it towards my taxes. Oh, that's the worst part about being an independent business, is the whole tax thing. It's not all it's cracked up to be. I hate doing the taxes. So luckily for me, Mr. Cinnamon takes care of that. I just have to pay the bill, and that's like, ugh. I really hate paying the bill. So this week coming up on the channel, I'm going to try to do the spinning video this week. I have Happy Mail. I already filmed the ice yarn. I already filmed the ice yarn video. This right here. This is from Ice. Okay, I'm going to show you this. This is Sam's fault from Info Makes, because she didn't show ice yarns on her channel. She showed a yarn that looked so much like this. When I saw it on Ice's website, I was like, oh, I need it. There's a whole story behind that too. But that's Krista the Secret Yarnery's influence. That's her influence entirely. I am so sorry. Like I said, I am trying to recover from whatever has infected my entire soul at this point. Like, it was really bad. It was really bad. I almost felt, I told Mr. Cinnamon, I was like, I almost felt like I need to be in the hospital. It was so bad. A couple nights ago, I was up all night long. I did not sleep. I didn't fall asleep until 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm usually in bed at 9. I didn't go to sleep till 5 o'clock in the morning because I was in so much pain in my stomach. And I mean, with the gluten allergy, this will happen occasionally. I will accidentally ingest gluten, but this was so much worse and different than when I ingest gluten. I don't know what got a hold of me, but it was bad. And yeah, I'm just glad I'm feeling better today, but I'm really tired and sore. Which is evident by the fact that I keep yawning. But by the time you see this video, I will feel better. I know that because I'm already feeling better every day. And I also will tell you this. I ran out of my heart medication for about a week before my doctor's appointment 2 weeks ago. And so my heart has been acting up. And it's just because I don't have my heart pill. And I do have it now, but like it's a combination of all of those things that it took me out. It took me out. So I don't know at this point if there's going to be another premiere week for a lot of reasons. But I don't have any regrets about it. I think if I'm going to do tutorials, I'm not going to do a full week of them anymore. I really don't know. I'm going to play it by ear, but it was a lot of work, and I got sick from it, and there's a lot of other reasons, but I don't know that there's going to be another premiere week, to be quite honest. But I think if I don't do another premiere week, I will start doing maybe a monthly tutorial or a monthly design of something that we can enjoy all year long, instead of doing the Lion Brand weeks or the premiere weeks. I don't know. Like, it's all, I may change my mind. I really may change my mind, but I don't know that the risk is worth the reward. So, and there's a lot more behind the scenes to that, I'm just going to say, but we're going to keep that tight-lipped right now. But I just don't know that I have it in me to do it again. It did help that I did it over 5 weeks instead of 2 weeks, but I don't know. It's not worth my health for that. It's really not. So, but this week is really exciting, so you're going to want to tune in. I got some really good Happy Mail. Like I said, I got an ice order coming up. That may be a Friday video, because I mean, this is Yarn Porn Friday, right? And then a spinning video this week, and I don't know what the 5th video would be, but I'm sure we will think of something if I can stay awake. But as you can see, it looks like the sun is trying to come out outside, so maybe I'll go sit out on the back deck and finish this, because oh my god, I'm so excited. You can kind of see underneath, this is part of the pink section, and underneath that is more of a yellow, and this is looking more teal from the distance, but I'm having such a good time with that. And Laura from Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming got a drop spindle. She got a different drop spindle. She got a Turkish drop spindle. And she said she's going to learn to drop spin from Bridget. Oh, what is Bridget's channel's name? I want to say it's Queen's Crochet or something like that. Check out Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. She mentioned me in her video. This made me laugh because she said that she's going to learn to spin and that Cinnamon Stitches is learning to spin too. And Cinnamon Stitches got a drop spindle. And she goes, but she's probably going to be faster at spinning than me. And I just laughed. I just laughed because I still haven't finished the sweater I'm supposed to be knitting. Her and I started a sweater at the same time, and I got this far into the sweater and I quit. And I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to knit a whole cardigan for myself. No, I really don't. I think if I were to do a pullover sweater, it would probably be better because I hate knitting back and forth, but I don't mind knitting in the round. And if I do a raglan style, I can just knit in the round. And that may be something I consider in the future, but right now, no sir. Not gonna happen. Not today. Not this year. I've lost all interest in trying to knit myself anything. I actually have 2 projects that are started that are knit, and I don't want to work on either one of them, so I think I'm going to frog them back, and I'm probably going to crochet them into something, because who has time for that? I don't. No sir. Not gonna happen. But I will gladly go sit on the deck and spin because I'm really enjoying that, and I find that peaceful and relaxing. And I don't have to count. I'm not counting, so people can talk to me while I'm doing this, which is fantastic because, like, my family doesn't know what to do when they can talk to me. Especially with little man. I'm surprised he's being so quiet. I can't hear a peep from him. I better go check on him. Make sure he didn't destroy something. He's been good today, though. So anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you guys tomorrow with something. Maybe Happy Mail and Tea, I don't know. I'm going to figure it out because I'm not going to record that for another 4 or 5 days. I just want to get this done because I want to do other things. So, alright. Bye, guys.